Hello everyone, I'm Lillian, and today we are going to be going through a nice, gentle, easy evening flow. This will be about 20 minutes, really just getting ourselves ready for the evening, getting ourselves ready for whatever's to come after this. And you can definitely do this at any time during the day if you just need to take a time to yourself, if you need to wind down and quiet yourself, or if it's after a long day, whether it's been, whether we want to label it good or bad, just allowing ourselves to come inward for a moment, settle in, come back to our why, come back to our breath. So today, if you want to grab some tea, if you want to grab some coffee, if it's the morning, or just some water, feel free to keep that near you. Get into some comfy clothes, and then we're going to get started in a seated position. So either you can use a blanket or you can use a block and you can sit underneath that. I'm going to use my block today, but feel free to put a blanket underneath your seat just to help you feel a little bit taller, feel really comfortable. And as you start to settle into your seat, bring your hands onto your thighs or on your knees. Feeling your shoulders stack right on top of your hips. We're slightly tucking our chin to shine the crown of the head up. I want you to take a few deep breaths in and deep sighs out. So it's going to sound a little bit like this. Breathing all the way down to your low belly, feeling it expand into your rib cage, into your backside body, feeling it even travel up into your chest, into your throat. And on your exhale, just sigh that out. Let something go that you don't need. Maybe it was a conversation that you had today, or a situation. Maybe just you woke up feeling a little bit off. Maybe you woke up feeling great. And you want to stick with that. Allowing these breaths to be rejuvenating, calming and full. Now as you're ready, we're going to find some box breaths. So what a box breath is that we're going to breathe for an amount, hold it for that same amount, exhale for the same amount, and then hold at the bottom for the same amount of time. So it'll go a little bit like this. We'll have an inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Big breath in. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 2, 3, 4. And inhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. And release. Hold at the bottom. And inhale. Hold at the top. And release. Hold at the bottom. Inhale 2 more rounds. Hold at the top. And release. Hold at the bottom. Inhale. Hold at the top. Release. Hold at the bottom. Last one, inhale. Hold at the top. And release. Hold at the bottom. And let that go. Take a big breath in. And a breath out. Inhale, breath in. And exhale, let that go. Make some really big shoulder shrugs. Maybe make some really big neck circles. Rolling your head to one side and then to the other. Making these as big or as small as you'd like. Just bring some movement back into our neck, into our body. Maybe bring that movement into your spine, making some big spinal circles. Maybe you go the opposite way. Nice. Using your breath to move intuitively. Noticing the effects of your box breath. As you're ready, we'll slowly come back to center, settling in. Noticing how you can stack each body part on top of each other just a little bit more. Shoulders on top of your hips, stacking the crown of your head right on top of your neck. And as you're ready, we're gonna bring one hand to our low belly, one hand to our heart. Feeling our breath, feeling our grounding. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. One more, inhale, reach. And exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, plant your right hand out to the right, reach left arm up and over. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center, reach both arms up. Exhale, plant your left hand out to the side, reach right arm up and over. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back up to center, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist and open up towards the right. Right hand behind you, left hand to left thigh, or right thigh. Inhale, crown of the head. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, slowly come back to center, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist and open up towards the left. Left hand behind you, right hand to left thigh. Inhale, crown of the head up. And exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. One more big breath in. And stay, exhale. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, bend the elbows, cactus the arms, and you're gonna bring your hands behind you, plant your hands behind you, start to walk them back, opening up your heart to the sky. You can press into your fingertips to open up your heart center a little bit more, sending your chest forward. Maybe you lean your head back to shine the chin up to the sky. Release as much as you want here, move or stay still. But wherever you are, you're finding your breath. Maybe you play around with walking your hands out a little bit wider. Nice. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath in. And exhale, stay. We'll slowly crawl our hands back up. Send your hips over to the side to release that block or that blanket from underneath you. And as you're ready, you're going to start to widen your feet a little bit and you're gonna come into a seated position. So we're in our seat and you're gonna widen your feet with your knees shining up to the sky and you're plant your hands behind you. Start to drop your knees from side to side, just windshield wipering the knees a little bit, letting that go. Bring some movement into the hips. I got my comfy socks on, they're nice and warm. Maybe you have yours on, maybe they're more colorful than mine, which I highly doubt that because they're pretty colorful. So as you're moving here, once you find yourself on your right side again, go ahead and stay there. We're gonna find a 90-90 position. So 90-90 is a lot like our pigeon pose, but in a 90-90, we have our back leg is bent instead of straight. So I'm making a 90-degree angle with my front knee and with my back knee, making sure the front shin is parallel to the front of the mat and the back shin is parallel to the side of the mat. As you're here, adjust your hips as you need, but as you're ready, we're slowly gonna fold over that front leg. So coming down over the front leg, maybe you walk your hands over towards the right a little bit more, finding a little twist, noticing how that feels. In this position, we're focusing more on the front leg, but we're gonna focus more on the back leg in a second. Finding your breath all the way down to your low belly here. Asking yourself, how can I be more present here? How can I reflect on my day, reflect on my morning, how I love myself well, and how can I end my day in that posture with my heart? As you're ready, you're going to slowly rise back up, but this time we're going to walk our hands back behind us, finding some internal rotation in the back leg. So our emphasis is on this back leg now. We don't have too much going on in the front leg. And make sure to notice that if you're going too far back, it might feel like a little bit too much of a pinch coming into the back hip. If you want to walk your hands more forward, lift your chest up, you could do that. If you want to play around with twisting and opening up towards the back leg a little bit more, you can play around with that, taking what you need. We'll do 2 more breaths in. Inhale and exhale. 1 more big breath in and stay exhale. As you're ready, we're slowly going to come back to center and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side, letting that go. Might feel a little bit tension on that left side. As you're ready, when you drop your knees over towards the left, go ahead and stay there. So this time we're going to bring our front shin, our left shin, parallel to the front of the mat. And the back shin is parallel to the sides of the mat. Make sure that you are making that 90-degree angle with both legs. And then as you're ready, we're going to slowly fold over that front leg, coming into our 90-90 pose with the external rotation of front leg. Again, you could walk your hands over towards the left, finding more of a twist, getting more into the outer hip. You could fold right over that front leg, coming onto your forearms or onto some blocks. Again, really, you have some options here to play around with, or if this doesn't feel good at all, you can come into any other variation of pigeon 90-90. The only thing that I care about you doing here is breathing. Our breath is really what centers us, gets us ready for whatever's to come. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Last one. On your inhale, you rise up, and you're going to walk your hands behind you, coming into the 90-90 with the emphasis on the back leg, so finding the internal rotation of our back leg. As you open up, maybe that feels a little bit too tight. You want to come more lifted, stacking your shoulders over your hips, focusing more on bringing this left hip point down. But wherever you are, make sure that you focus on not going too far into this pose to where it feels uncomfortable. I still want you to feel comfortable within reason. We're not trying to push our boundaries here. We're trying to just take it easy, moving our body in a way that honors it, allows it to rest. Inhale and exhale. Last inhale and last exhale. As you're ready, you can slowly lean back, bring the knees up to center, and just drop the knees from side to side again, however much you'd like to do. When you come back to center, go ahead and stay there. We're going to extend our legs long, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. If you're like me and you have a hard floor out in front of you and you want to bring a blanket underneath your heels, feel free to. But as we're here, we're slowly going to fold forward over the leg or over the center. So if you have 2 blocks and you want to use those, or your blanket, you can put them underneath your forearms, but really focus on keeping your long, strong spine here. So we're trying to keep the spine in a nice neutral position, but we're not trying to round the back too much. Keeping that nice and strong, folding over, keeping your toes flexed up back towards your knee, keeping that nice and active. As you're here, maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you start to breathe yourself into a place that you love, whether that's your home, whether that's someplace in nature, outside. Maybe you have a choice of beverage with you. Maybe you have a choice of person, whether making that perfect scenario in your mind and just taking yourself there. As you continue to breathe, maybe you notice that you draw deeper into this pose, draw deeper into the stretch. As you're ready, we're slowly going to crawl our hands over towards the right, framing that right leg, bringing our chest closer towards the right thigh. Maybe you want to lift up a little bit more, but making this emphasis on the right leg. Still, maybe you're here closing your eyes, focusing in on that place that you like, coming into your safe space. then slowly we'll crawl our hands over towards the left this time, frame that leg, bring our chest closer down towards the left leg. Being open with where your mind wants to go right now. Does it want to flee this moment of peace, of quietness? Does it want to go busy? Does it want to think about all the to-do lists? Not getting upset with ourselves because we feel that way or because we're thinking those things, but just asking to grow curious. Asking ourselves why. Maybe why our brains feel the need to go there. Slowly we'll come back to center. And then as you're ready, we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. So soles of the feet together, knees out wide, coming into our bound angle pose. So you can either grab onto your toes, grab onto the insides of your feet. This time we're slowly gonna fold over the front of the leg or the feet, keeping that strong spine here. If you'd like, maybe bring one hand to your thigh and you turn and open up towards that arm. Do the same thing on the opposite side. We're still breathing really big here. We're still finding our peace, finding our grounding. Then when you're ready, we'll rise back up, plant our feet down on the mat, and then the time that we are ready for, we're gonna come onto our backs. So keep your blocks nearby, keep your blanket nearby, but as you're ready, we're slowly gonna lower all the way back down onto our mat. Keep your feet planted though, with your knees shining up to the sky. So as you come down, we're gonna make our feet about hip width distance, hands come by our sides, and on your next inhale, you're gonna press into your feet to lift your hips up to the sky. We're in our bridge pose here. If you'd like, if you have a block near you, you want to put that underneath your hips to find a restorative bridge pose, feel free to put that there. Maybe you want to stay here and walk your shoulders underneath you, finding a heart opener in your bridge. Not feeling too restrained. And as you're ready, we'll slowly lower all the way back down, coming back onto our backs. And then we're gonna press into our feet to lift our hips an inch off the mat. Send our hips over towards the right to drop our hips towards our knees towards the left. Ooh, my back just popped a little bit. So we're in a reclined twist here, dropping our knees the opposite way we brought our hips. Maybe you extend your right arm long and gaze over towards your hand. Opposite twist, so hips go over towards the left and then our knees drop over towards the right. This time maybe you We're gonna reach our arms up to the sky, legs up to the sky, coming into our waterfall pose. So as you're here, start to roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles, letting that go. And then if there's anything you'd like to take before our Shavasana, before our final resting pose, feel free to make your way there. I'm going to grab my blanket. If you have a blanket, feel free to grab yours and either just lay that on top of you or wrap it around you, or maybe place it behind your head instead. I just want you to get really comfortable. Maybe if a pillow, you want to put that underneath your head, put some blocks underneath your thighs. That's my personal favorite way to take Shavasana, is put one block under each of my thighs. It helps to take out this anterior tilt of my pelvis and plant my low back. Your hands can come onto your belly, your sides, or just out to the side. You can close your eyes and start to come back to a natural breathing pattern that's familiar to you. And as you rest here for however long you'd like to, using your breath to stay present, not evaluating, but just growing curious about how you can love yourself well tomorrow or the rest of the day. Being proud of yourself for taking time for yourself to move and breathe, to hold space for where you are right now. Shavasana.